Sis, a long time no see. Janet, it's been a while. How have you been?
I'm fine.
I have something more important to report to you. How is Bob, your husband, doing these days?
Bob, well, he's the same as usual. What about him?
Sis, I'm sorry. I'm his lover. We are in love with each other.
Huh? What are you talking about? Bob and I are married. You're his sister-in-law. You can't be his girlfriend, can you? If you really are in a relationship, I think you'd call it an affair. I'd call it an affair.
Huh? I'm the cheating partner. That's impossible. His true love is me. You're just his wife and he doesn't love you at all. I'm his true love, not a flirt.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get into it, so let's just say you're his true love. What do you, his true love, have to report to me?
Of course I have something to tell you. I contacted you because I have a favor to ask. I'll get straight to the point. I want you to leave him. I mean, get a divorce. Because of you, we are both in trouble.
Huh? What did I do? You're the one who stole from me without permission, aren't you? I don't deserve to be called a nuisance.
It's because an old ugly woman like you is clinging to him forever. We want to get married, but we can't. Don't get in the way of us loving each other.
You're going to be an old lady sooner or later. You shouldn't talk like that.
You're so annoying with your old lady sermons. Besides, I'm pregnant now. It's his baby.
Is it true?
There's no way I would lie about something like this. I'm 8 months pregnant right now. If you don't divorce him soon, this baby will be a fatherless child. The child is innocent. Don't you feel sorry for the baby? Besides, he is a company president, rich, and lives in a big mansion. A young, beautiful, fashionable girl like me would be perfect for him. If there was an old lady like you beside him, he will be unhappy. Sis, you should quickly let him go.
I understand what you mean, Ellen. You're right. The child is innocent. I'll talk it over with him right away, so can you give me a minute?
Okay. In exchange, you'll definitely divorce him. I'll only wait a little bit.
Have you contacted Ellen lately?
Huh? I haven't.
She just dropped me a message. It's useless to berate me. She told me. She says she's pregnant with your child.
Why did you... I told her I'd tell you. Why would she tell you?
How would I know about that? I'm the one who wants to hear it. You know how old she is?
Oh, well, I think she's 25.
She is 24. Bob, you're 45. She wasn't even born when you became an adult. How could you have an affair with a girl the same age as your child? How can you do that? You must be sick. You can't live without cheating, can you? And I can't believe you would even go out with my sister. Have you forgotten that the last time you cheated on me, you said it would never happen again?
No, that's what I remember, but it was just an impulse. Maybe I'm really sick.
Do you think you're kidding me? I said I'd divorce you if you did it again.
It was my fault. I won't cheat on you ever. Please don't just divorce me.
You're right. You're the CEO of a company. If it gets out that you, the CEO of a company, had gone out with a girl over 20 years younger than you and she is a sister-in-law and that you got divorced, your credibility would be ruined. You would lose all your business partners. Especially the chairman of the biggest client doesn't like that kind of dishonesty. He never forgives anyone who cheats or betrays others. He can never forgive them and he doesn't want to see them again. If he finds out, it could be the end of your company, right?
You're right. So please, don't divorce me.
Huh? Then what about Ellen? She's 8 months pregnant, so she has to have the baby, right?
I'll take care of that.
What do you mean? Maybe you'll just recognize her and give her child support?
Isn't that the only way?
You scumbag. She is my sister. Either way, you're being disloyal. I'm sure the chairman will abandon you. I'm so tired of this. She's pregnant, so you should take responsibility. Why don't you take responsibility and marry Ellen? Don't worry, I'll agree to the divorce.
What? No. Divorce is not good for me.
Why? If it's an amicable divorce, you won't be bothered, will you?
What?
As long as it doesn't get out that you cheated on me, right? I'll give you a good reason and pretend it's an amicable divorce. So why don't you get married before the baby is born? No alimony. No property division in exchange. And if you do me one more favor, that's it. What do you think? Don't you think that's a good deal?
What? Really? You'll divorce me on those terms? You don't have the advantage.
There's the benefit of getting rid of the cheating husband. How many times have you done this? I'm sick of hearing from the mistresses. Our kids are grown. They've grown up and living their own lives. It's time for us to break up. Let's just take what we have on our own and call it a day.
Are you serious? Are you sure? No, wait. What the hell is this do me one more favor thing? You're not a bad guy, are you?
No, not at all. Just don't contact the person you're cheating on me with until my divorce is final.
What? That's it? That's all it takes to get a divorce?
Yes, if you want to hide the affair, you should leave as little evidence as possible. After the divorce, you can do whatever you want. So, what are you going to do? Are you getting a divorce or not?
I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting a divorce. I'll divorce you if I can hide the affair. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry I've been so selfish. I'm really grateful to you, Janet. Let's both move on with our new lives and be happy.
Okay. On your way home, go to the city office and get the divorce papers and write them down. I'll write the rest and send them to you.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you.
I need to check something.
It's sooner than I thought. I can't believe you acted so quickly, big sister. You're so understanding and really helpful. You contacted me right away, which means you're divorcing him, right? So, when are you getting a divorce?
Before that, let me ask you something. Ellen, do you know that you committed adultery?
What are you trying to say?
It means that you made a move on a man who has a wife.
I know that, but I don't think it was my fault. The man I fell in love with happened to be married to someone else. That can't be helped, can it?
You're thinking very selfishly, aren't you? Maybe that's what you want to think. Legally, you're not allowed to take away someone who's married. My husband and you cheated on me, and that's why I'm divorced. I need you to clean up your mess.
Settlement? Does that mean I have to pay?
You're more perceptive than I thought. Do you know what alimony is? That's what I want you to pay.
I understand.
You're so understanding.
How about $50,000?
$50,000? That's a big number.
I don't know what the going rate is, but... Well, I can afford $50,000 and I'm sure you would agree. Your husband, who is a rich CEO, left you. I'll pay you $50,000 and you'll spend your old age miserably. I'll pay you $50,000. You can get divorced as soon as possible.
You're not only understanding, but also generous. That's a big help to me. Are you sure you're okay with paying $50,000?
It's no problem at all. He is the president. He can afford it, can't he? I'll pay it with the power of love between us.
Oh, I see. Well, since you offered it to me, I'll take it without hesitation. Of course, you'll pay me in one lump sum, right? If we split it up, you'll be stuck with me for years, right? You don't want that, do you?
Of course I don't want that. If you get divorced, don't ever show your face in front of him again.
Then it's decided. Alimony must be paid in one lump sum. I'll send you a settlement agreement stating that. Can you just sign it and send it back to me? Then I'll divorce him right away.
Okay. I'll write it and send it to you the same day I get it. So get divorced as soon as possible, sis.
Okay. Well, I got the settlement papers today. So as promised, I filed for divorce right away. Now we're strangers.
Yay! Thanks, sis. Then we can get married, right? Thank you so much for letting go of the rich CEO. You're too understanding, sis. I don't know if I should say this, but you're too good-natured for your own good, aren't you?
Do what you want with the rest.
Thanks. Because of me, you're going to have a hard life. I'm sorry for that. You've gone from being the company president's wife to an old lady. I hope you'll spend your alimony money well for your old age.
Oh yeah, speaking of alimony, I've been wondering if I could ask you a question.
Oh, you have a question? I can't help it. Okay. You're just a sad old lady who was left by a rich husband. I'll answer any questions you have.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask you something. How are you going to pay the $50,000 alimony? You said you and Bob would pay it with the power of love. He doesn't have any money.
Again? Bob is a company president, you know. You're kidding.
It's not just money. He doesn't even have anything that could be converted into money. He's broke. With all due respect, I don't think you have any money either. I was just wondering how you could plan on paying for it.
Huh? I know you're shocked that Bob left you. You're not making any sense. I can tell right away that you are lying. Even if it's true that he doesn't have any money, he has such a big house and a luxury car. If the need arises, he can sell them and get a lot of money out of them.
The car and the house are mine, in my name. They're not his. That's why he can't sell them.
Huh?
This is the 5th he's cheated on me. I tried to divorce him each time. He cries, he apologizes, he clings to me. Then he shouldn't have cheated on me. He is sick. Every time he cheats on me, he gives me his property.
What? What do you mean he cheated on me 5 times?
What? You didn't know? Well, there's no way he'd tell you something so inconvenient. He's had a lot of flings in his life. Like you, they contacted me and asked me to divorce him.
Huh? You're kidding. He said I'm the one.
But they weren't as serious as you. The second cheating woman gave up when I asked her to pay alimony. The third cheater realized he had no money. She left on her own. I said to the fourth cheater, "You're still young. You don't want to ruin your life with an old man who doesn't have anything." She woke up and told me she was sorry and that she was leaving him. It's natural to think that it's not worth it to have an old man who's lost everything. Right?
Wait a minute. What do you mean he has no money? I haven't heard anything about it.
So he's cheated on me 4 times now. He gave me all of his money as alimony for cheating on me. The first time it was all his savings from when he was single. The second time he sold his watches, jewelry, and other precious metals. With the third, he gave me his car and his savings after we got married. For the fourth, he changed the house in my name. Of course, he took care of the mortgage. If he divorces me, he would have nothing left. His monthly income, the house, and the car loan. He's a vain and spendthrift person. He has no savings.
What? Huh? You're kidding.
Nope. It's true. I got his savings after marriage when he had his third affair. He always tried to spend all the money he earned. I managed his paycheck and built up our savings. After I got that as alimony, I didn't do it. He doesn't even know what a savings account is. Even the savings from his single days he gave me from the first affair was tiny.
Huh? Why didn't you tell me that he didn't have any money like you did before?
We are sisters. I'm tired of it too. You said you wanted to marry him so badly. I decided to divorce him, that's all. I'm also angry at you for trying to steal your sister's husband.
Then how am I supposed to pay $50,000 in alimony? I thought he would pay it for me.
That's why I'm asking you that. You promised me a lump sum. I won't accept installments or anything like that now. You have to pay it in one lump sum, even if you have to borrow money. By the time your kid is in middle school, he'll be retired. By the time your child reaches adulthood, he'll be nearly 70 years old. You're buying an old man in exchange for $50,000.
Impossible! 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 I don't want him. I'll return him to you.
He's non-returnable. I don't care if you guys get married or split up, as long as you wire me the alimony in one lump sum.
Oh no.
And then I'll be waiting for the payment. I'm cutting ties with you now, so I'll block your WhatsApp too.
Sis, wait a minute.
Janet? Ellen got really mad and called me. What did you say to her? She even said she can't marry me after all. What the hell is going on?
I only asked for alimony. I told her that since she stole you from me, she should pay me the alimony. She offered me $50,000 for the fee.
What? $50,000? There's no way she has that kind of money.
She was going to make you pay it.
Huh? Me?
So I told her you have no house, no car, no savings. That's all.
Huh? You're right, I don't have any money, but the house and the car are mine.
Huh? Perhaps you forgot. You gave them to me as compensation for cheating on me. I changed the name of the car and the house. I let you use the car and you still live in the house. Did you think they were yours?
Oh.
You're such an idiot. All you think about is having an affair, right? I'll tell you why I divorced you without any property division and without any alimony. Because I have nothing more to squeeze out of you. I'd lose money if I got a share of my property.
No, wait. Wait a minute, Janet. Let's talk about it again. Let's do it right.
There's nothing to talk about. We're divorced. We're strangers. And Ellen asked me not to see you again after the divorce. You're going to marry her, right? Why don't you think of a way to make her happy without money?
No, seriously, wait. There's no way she'll pay $50,000 in alimony.
She says she'll pay it. She also decided the amount. So don't ask me.
Why? Why did this happen?
She promised to pay the alimony in one lump sum. I'll ask for it as soon as possible.
Oh no.
I'm moving out soon. My daughter and her husband in LA want me to come live with them. So I'm selling my house, my car, everything. I'm moving to LA.
What? LA? When did my daughter get married? She's in LA now?
Oh, you have no idea. When your own daughter was studying in LA, you enjoyed having an affair with the first one. She found out about the affair. She didn't want you at her wedding, so she didn't invite you. Even now she says, I cut off my relationship with you. By the way, my son is also married and just recently had a baby. Did you know that?
Oh my god.
You got what you deserved. Well, good luck with raising a baby. Okay, bye. Bob called me and texted me several times. I blocked him and refused to receive any calls. Because I didn't want him to come to my house, I sold my house and decided to stay in a hotel until I left for LA. I sold the house and the car for a very good amount of money. I enjoyed a luxurious hotel life. Bob and Ellen had a big dispute about alimony. He told her to take care of the $50,000 alimony by herself. Ellen was furious and stormed into the company and revealed all about the affair. The biggest client gave up on him. The employees began to look at him with disdain. It seems that it was no longer a matter of alimony. I'm sure everyone around him was very upset because he had an affair with his sister-in-law. How will this settle things now that they are going to have a baby? I don't know, since they are no longer related to me. I moved to LA without any troubles. Thanks to my daughter and her husband, every day is fresh and fun. I still have a lot of money to spare. I'm just going to chill for a while.
I will definitely wear a new dress for my wedding. I am not going to wear your old wedding dress.
What's this all of a sudden?
Please, don't interfere with our wedding. You're just the groom's mother. We're the bride and groom, the stars of the wedding.
What's the matter with you, Hannah?
I would never interfere in your wedding. Don't lie. How dare you manipulate your son behind my back?
Manipulate my son?
Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of wearing a white lace maxi dress for my wedding. But Theo won't let me buy a new dress and says I'll have to wear your old-fashioned satin dress because you want me to wear that.
You've got things all wrong, Hannah. Come to think of it, Theon did ask me about my old wedding dress the other day, but I didn't tell him I wanted you to wear it.
What?
I just said you could redesign it if you didn't find the dress to your liking. Of course you can wear whatever dress you want for your wedding. I have no say in the matter.
Why did you tell him that I could wear your dress? You manipulated your son by saying unnecessary things. Old people are always so annoying. I understand you're jealous of us getting married at a young age, but stop interfering with our wedding.
Are you saying that I was annoying?
Why are you surprised? You're already in your 60s, aren't you? Of course, you'd be called old. And to think it's a good idea to pass on your dress to your daughter-in-law, that's something an old person would think of.
What?
I've heard about you from Theon. You got married in your 30s and gave birth to Theon when you were in your 40s, right? That's why you envy me for getting married so young. You're jealous of me, who would look good in a brand new dress, right? That's why you are trying to sabotage my wedding.
Hannah, let's calm down for once. I do not envy you, and I also have no negative feelings about you. I think the two of you should do whatever you want regarding the wedding.
I won't be deceived by such words. You were trying to manipulate Theon from behind the scenes.
Hannah?
You seem to have old-fashioned ideas, so I'll advise you in advance. Do not underestimate me just because I will be your daughter-in-law. If you want to get along with me, please understand that you'll be in a lower position than me in the family, okay?
Theon, what did you exactly say to Hannah about our conversation? Because of you, things got complicated between me and Hannah.
What happened? Did you and Hannah have some kind of fight?
I heard you're ignoring Hannah's feelings about her dress. I never told you I wanted her to wear my dress. I only told you she could redesign and wear it if she wanted. Because of you, she now hates me, thinking I was trying to force her into wearing it.
What?
Whatever my opinion is, it doesn't matter. You should value your wife's opinion about the wedding. Understand?
Whoa. What the hell are you talking about? It was Hannah's idea to wear your wedding dress. So that's why I asked you about it the other day.
Hannah's idea?
That's right. We found a nice vintage wedding dress on the internet, so I told her about your satin wedding dress that you kept in the closet. She said she wanted me to ask you if she could redesign and wear it.
But I just got a call from Hannah saying she wanted to wear a brand new dress, but you were forcing her to wear mine.
She wanted a brand new dress? Did Hannah really say that?
Yes. She said it was her dream to wear a lace maxi dress since she was little. And yet, you were forcing her into wearing an old satin dress.
No kidding. Again?
What do you mean by again?
Mom, I'm really sorry for dragging you into this. I guess I need to talk to Hannah about her wedding dress. I'll try to straighten this out, so please leave this matter to me.
Wait, Theon. Tell me what you meant by again.
Well, this kind of thing has been happening a lot lately. Hannah never tells me her true feelings, and a lot of times her opinion turns out to be completely different from what I assumed.
I don't quite understand what you're saying.
At first, Hannah said she wanted a dress that I thought would look good on her. So when we were looking at the dresses on the internet, I found a lovely vintage satin dress that I thought would be perfect for her. It was already sold, so I told her about your old dress and suggested we redesign it to her liking.
Then why was Hannah so upset? She definitely seemed to want to wear a brand new lace dress.
I think deep down she wanted me to suggest a brand new lace dress. She's mad because I didn't choose what Hannah wanted.
Huh? Hannah didn't say she wanted to wear a lace dress.
Not a single word. To me, she just said a vintage satin dress would be nice too.
What?
We'll re-talk about the dress. I'm sure she's gonna be mad at me again, saying, "Why couldn't you sense my feelings?"
That's just too unreasonable. You can't understand others' feelings if they don't tell you in words.
Hannah is not good at putting her feelings into words. Something similar happened when I proposed to her too.
Even at the proposal?
Hannah always said she didn't want an engagement ring for the proposal, saying she'd rather save money to buy a good house in the future. She also said she'd feel bad about having me pay for an expensive engagement ring, so I proposed without a ring, just as she wanted.
And what did Hannah say?
She snapped at me saying, "Why didn't you get me an engagement ring?" According to her, a man should have prepared it even if their fiancé was kind and reserved.
What?
She cried, saying it was unbelievable that I didn't buy a ring for her once-in-a-lifetime proposal. So I rushed out to buy one and proposed again. With an expensive ring, of course.
What a troublesome girl. You'd have to some kind of special powers to be with her.
Well, I'm pretty insensitive. Maybe she was giving me clues as to what she was thinking.
That's not the point. She says she didn't want it, but actually wanted it. She says she wanted a dress that you picked, that she actually wanted to pick on her own. It's unreasonable to get mad at us for that.
Oh, she was mad at you too?
She was furious, telling me to stop manipulating my son. She also told me not to interfere with her wedding. She blamed me for everything about the dress.
I had no idea it had come to that.
Hannah should have told you her true feelings from the beginning. Why should I be the one to get the backlash?
Mom, calm down. Hannah's inability to be straightforward is also a part of what makes her cute. We'll talk about the dress again. I'll call you when it's officially decided.
It's been a while, Wilma. About the wedding dress? We decided to buy a brand new lace dress.
I'm glad you got your wish.
No. I'm rather sorry that I didn't get to wear yours.
I never asked you to wear my dress. It's best to have the wedding the way you want it.
Really? Then I have a favor to ask you regarding the wedding.
Oh, what is it?
Please refrain from attending the wedding. Please stay home, Wilma.
May I ask why?
Of course. That's because you're an old, frail woman.
Excuse me?
My ideal wedding is a sparkling, extravagant ceremony. But imagine having an old lady like you there as the groom's mother. It would ruin the atmosphere, don't you think?
That's why you want me to be absent, even though I'm the groom's mother.
I was hoping you would sense my intentions, but I'm afraid you aren't the kind of person who's capable of doing that. So I decided to say it clearly.
Huh?
Don't you think it's embarrassing to have a baby at such an old age? And to attend as a groom's mother in your 60s? Normally, you'd realize that would embarrass Theon. But you didn't mention anything, as if you were unaware of such a thing.
Why is it so embarrassing to give birth at an older age? And no matter how old the groom's mother is, I don't think Theon would be embarrassed by that.
You old people are so annoying. You guys don't know what's normal nowadays.
What?
Think about it. Imagine having you at our wedding. I'm sure many people will laugh at Theon saying, "Your mother looks more like your grandmother." Even a kind man like Theon wouldn't want to be embarrassed on such a special day, would he?
Let me confirm something. Did Theon himself actually say that he didn't want me to come, or that he was embarrassed to have me at his wedding?
He doesn't need to say it out loud. I understand him well enough even without him telling me his feelings. He's too kind to tell you himself, so that's why I'm speaking on his behalf. An old, frail mother who tries to get me to wear her old dress. You are no more than a nuisance to us.
Nuisance.
Weddings aren't a place for old people. I'm never going to have a seat for a grandma-like mother-in-law.
I never intended to go anyway.
What? Why?
I was planning to skip it even without you telling me, so no worries. Well then, please enjoy the wedding without me.
Wait a minute. Do you understand what you're saying?
What's with that reaction? Aren't you glad that it turned out as you wanted? I'm telling you that I'll gladly be absent.
No. Why would you gladly be absent? This is where you're supposed to cry out to me saying, "Don't say that." You should be begging me to let you attend.
Huh?
Then I could have clarified my position being higher than you. If you had lowered your head, I would have considered your attendance. Why can you easily give up on coming? I can't believe that you didn't intend to come at all.
What a complicated scheme. I don't think I'll ever be able to understand your thinking process.
You actually wanted to come to the wedding, right? It's the wedding of your son that you gave birth to in your 40s. You must want to attend the wedding of your eldest son.
No, not at all.
What?
I don't want to go to a wedding of someone who calls me an old, frail, annoying person. So I'm not going to pay for anything. I've been saving up about $50,000 for my son's wedding, but I've decided to use it for my life after retirement.
$50,000?
I know wedding fees are usually paid by the bride's parents, but just in case their financial situation made things difficult, I kept extra money in order to support my son and his future wife have a nice wedding. I was even willing to pay for the redesign fee if my future daughter-in-law was wearing my old dress. That's why I worked so hard to save up this money, but I guess this is the kind of thing that makes you think I'm annoying. So I've decided not to pay for anything at all.
Oh no.
I did my own research, and I found out that nowadays, 1/3 of couples pay for the wedding fee on their own. Even when the bride's side decides to pay, they mostly only cover 50% of the fee, and the couples pay for the rest. I think I should share this article with your parents.
No, don't do that.
I need to keep up with the trends so that you won't make fun of the old people.
No, you're not an annoying old person at all. If you saved up all this money, you can financially support us with the wedding and honeymoon.
Don't worry, I now know exactly what you mean. Your true feelings and your words are the opposite, right? When you say you can support us, you're actually not wanting any support.
No, this time, my words truly are my feelings.
Well then, have fun at the wedding.
Mom, why aren't you here at the wedding venue? It's about to start. How can a mother be late for her son's wedding?
It's better for you too if I don't come, right? So I'm going to be absent as you two wish.
What do you mean it's better if you don't come? There's no way I would wish for you to not come.
But Hannah, who understands you so well, told me so. She said it would only embarrass you if his elderly mother came to the wedding. She said you wouldn't say it out loud out of kindness, but wished for me to not come.
What?
I'm sorry, Theon. Your mother is insensitive, just like you. I should have sensed it beforehand and informed you of my absence. But I'm what people call an old, frail, annoying person. I never noticed until Hannah told me.
No way. Wait a minute. You didn't show up not because you overslept, but because you intended to be absent? And you're telling me that Hannah told you not to come? I can't believe that. I will never be embarrassed of you no matter how old you are. An old, frail, annoying person? I've got to go talk to Hannah.
Wilma, please come to the wedding hall right now. Please stop Theon. He suddenly started saying that he's canceling the wedding. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. He says he shall break up with someone who makes the groom's mother miss the wedding. And he keeps on insisting that the wedding has to be canceled. No matter what I say, he won't listen to me. Theon is usually mild-mannered and gentle, but when he gets angry, he gets out of control. Why are you reacting like it's someone else's problem? Please, come and stop him. I'm sure he will calm down once you come here. I now understand your real intentions. Deep inside, you don't want me to come, right? I at last have become capable of sensing your feelings. This isn't a time for jokes. I've heard a lot of things from Theon, like saying you'll wear a dress Theon picked even when you wanted to pick your own dress. Or like saying you didn't want an engagement ring when you secretly wanted one. That's the kind of girl you are. Well, that's... So don't worry. Finally, I've become the kind of person capable of sensing other people's thoughts. But this time, it's not like that. I really want you to come. If you don't, I'll really end up being dumped. I don't want that. In other words, you really don't mind if he dumps you. It's complicated when you say things opposite from your true feelings. No, it's really not like that this time. I'm sorry for all the horrible things I've said. So please, let's just calm down. First of all, let's just think about how to get your eldest son and his fiancé's wedding back on track. I'm sorry, Hannah. I'm a self-centered old woman, so I don't care what happens to your wedding. Well then, the old woman shall stay home and be quiet, so you can take care of the rest on your own. Whether the ceremony goes on, gets postponed, or cancelled, the old woman won't have any say in the matter. Hannah and Theon's wedding ceremony was cancelled. The reason for the cancellation was the many rude texts Hannah sent me. I sent some of them to Theon, and he showed them to Hannah's parents. Hannah's parents were absolutely shocked. They immediately took Theon's side, and the wedding was immediately called off. After that, they broke up, and Hannah had to pay for the wedding expenses and some compensation for the insults to me. She is now imprisoned at her parents' house and is re-educated by her parents.